The sky over Konoha was taken by black clouds, torn by lightning that illuminated the village in dancing shadows. A tense silence hung in the air, and each falling leaf seemed to announce the arrival of an unprecedented calamity. On the horizon, a figure multiplied without end, Mamushi. More than 100 copies of him advanced with cruel precision, his cold eyes reflecting only the hunger for destruction. Inside the village, the alarm sounded, a shrill sound that echoed through all the streets. Eida was surrounded, her gaze, a mix of fear and determination, fixed on Demon. He, without hesitation, positioned himself in front of his sister, his clenched fists emanating an unbreakable protective aura. "I will not let anyone touch you, Eida," shouted Demon, advancing against the first wave of clones. Each blow of his spread an explosion of chakra that knocked down the enemies, but they did not stop. With each fall, another arose. Boruto and Inojin, feeling the urgency, ran to protect Himawari, who trembled in the center of the field. Boruto's sword, improved by Sumire, shone with an intense blue light. He took a deep breath, feeling the karma pulsate on his skin, each heartbeat synchronized with the growing energy inside him. "I won't lose you too, Himawari," shouted Boruto, spinning the sword with deadly precision. The air was cut with the metallic sound of his blade crossing Mamushi's clones. Each movement calculated, each attack a dance of life or death. Kawaki appeared among them, his eyes shining with the maximum power released by Amado. A wave of dark energy emanated from his body, an almost inhuman presence that made the clones hesitate for an instant. "Eida is safe with me," he said, his voice cold and firm, and each step of his seemed to tear the ground. The impact of his entrance was enough to open a momentary clearing in the midst of chaos. Meanwhile, the teams of Konoha mobilized. Shikamaru coordinated each strategic movement, his hands tracing invisible plans that connected all the ninjas in perfect synchronization. Chocho, Metal Lee, Sarada, Mitsuki, all advanced in calculated waves, intercepting copies, protecting civilians, and ensuring that no enemy advanced to the critical points of the village. The battle intensified. Boruto and Kawaki advanced together against a dozen clones. Each exchanged blows, sending chakra blasts that cracked the ground. Inojin used his art of paper to create barriers and precise arrows, while Demon dodged almost impossible attacks, protecting Eida with an effort that bordered on the superhuman. Mamushi observed. Each clone was an extension of his will, but the presence of Boruto and Kawaki disturbed his calculations. He advanced personally, the gravity of the scene intensified by his dense chakra. Each step of his made the village tremble. Each movement cut the air with deadly force. "You cannot stop me!" roared Mamushi, and dozens of clones advanced with him as if they were a single entity. The ninjas of Konoha reacted. A coordinated attack came from all directions. Sarada launched shuriken charged with explosive chakra. Metal Lee combined speed and strength in a sequence of punches. Chocho used her expansion techniques to block strategic passages. Each blow knocked down dozens of clones, yet the horde seemed endless. Boruto and Kawaki came face to face with Mamushi. "The time has come," said Kawaki, releasing all his power at once. The air distorted, the dark energy around him tore space. Boruto felt the karma vibrate in response, synchronizing with the energy of the sword. They attacked together. A synchronized slash that seemed impossible to defend crossed a series of clones, opening a direct passage to Mamushi. The villain retreated, realizing that his numerical superiority was diminishing. But he did not give up. His remaining copies attacked in one last desperate offensive. The entire village became an apocalyptic battlefield. Damaged buildings, broken streets, the sky covered in smoke and dust. One by one, the teams of Konoha eliminated the remaining clones. Boruto cut, Kawaki crushed, Demon defended. Inojin held the front line while Eida remained protected, her silent presence reminding everyone what was at stake. Each ninja who fell or rose added tension to the final moment. When only 20 copies of Mamushi remained, Konoha's coordination proved impeccable. A combined attack, coordinated among all teams, unfolded in perfect synchronization. Explosions of chakra, blades of energy, and bursts of jutsu converged on one point, obliterating each clone at once. Mamushi, weakened and isolated, faced Konoha's heroes. The fury in his eyes mixed with disbelief. Boruto, breathing heavily, raised the sword, the blue light reflecting on his sweaty, battle-dirtied face. Kawaki stood beside him, and Demon protected Eida. A deadly silence fell over the field before the final strike. In a synchronized movement, Boruto advanced, Kawaki released his maximum energy, and Demon attacked with all his strength. The impact destroyed Mamushi's last refuge, and when the dust settled, there was nothing left but the dark silence and the wounded village. Konoha breathed with difficulty, but was still standing. The ninjas gathered, looking at one another. Eida was safe, Himawari protected, and the entire village had witnessed the unity of its people before an impossible threat. Boruto leaned on the sword, looking at Kawaki. We did it. Together. And thus, under the sky still heavy with clouds, Konoha remained firm. The battle had ended, but the memory of Mamushi's horde and his copies would remain forever in the memory of all who fought on that dark day, when the union of all teams saved what mattered most: their village, their family, their hope.